back to my channel. I am back with another review, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. A lot went down in this episode, so let's just get right into this review. Everyone was having a really good time at Brooke's birthday party that Jackie put together, but Clayanna showed up and completely changed the energy of the room. She showed up, didn't say anything to anybody, she didn't even say happy birthday to Brooke, and she sat down by herself, and that could really change the energy of the room because everybody else is having a good time and there's one person sitting in the corner sulking. Now, at one point, Clayanna did end up saying happy birthday to Brooke, but that's because Brooke had to go to her first, which I thought wasn't right. I mean, I understand that Clayanna isn't too fond of a lot of the ladies in the group, but at the end of the day, if you're going to show up to somebody's birthday party, don't show up with a bad attitude because you're going to ruin their time. I can understand her not really liking them that much, but then she shouldn't have came to the party in the first place. Now, Jackie did notice that Clayanna was sitting by herself, so Jackie decided to go up to her and ask her what she can do to make her feel more comfortable in the group. Now, Clayanna ended up shutting Jackie down completely. She said that she was not interested in trying to fit in with the rest of the group, and so Jackie was still trying to talk to Clayanna because she really does want her to fit in a little bit more. Now, Vanessa ended up going over there and she started talking about Clayanna having an issue with the hierarchy when it comes to Basketball Wives, which I completely understand why Clayanna doesn't like that, because I just don't understand why they think that they should feel like they're above any of the other women because they're not married or haven't been married long. I just don't think that's right. And then on top of that, Vanessa doesn't even have a marriage to brag about because at the end of the day, she's been talking about her husband cheating this entire season so far. So while Vanessa and Clayanna are having this back and forth, that's when all the other girls go over there to see what's going on, and that's when Clayanna says that she has text messages to prove that Vanessa has been talking bad about Brooke and Evelyn. So now Brooke is interested in seeing these receipts that Clayanna says that she has, because obviously if somebody tells you that somebody's been talking about you, you want to see the proof about it. So Clayanna starts going through her phone, but she's not showing Brooke anything of Vanessa talking about her, so now Brooke is getting a little bit frustrated, and then Clayanna says that it was over the phone, so that's the reason why she doesn't have the proof. Now, I do believe Clayanna. I do think that Vanessa has been talking bad about the other girls. I just think that it was dumb for her to say that she has receipts if she didn't have them. Now, at this point, Brooke is getting a little bit annoyed with Clayanna, so she starts expressing this to Clayanna because she said that she didn't like the way that Clayanna showed up to the party. She didn't say anything to anybody. She didn't even say happy birthday at first, and she felt like that was rude. She feels like Clayanna always comes with bad energy. So now the two of them are kind of in each other's faces, like they're really close to each other. And while they're talking, Clayanna is using her fingers to talk. So she's basically pointing in Brooke's face. And obviously, if somebody points in your face, you're going to get mad about it. Now, I honestly don't think by listening to the conversation and seeing the way that Clayanna was pointing, I don't think she meant the pointing as disrespect to Brooke. But obviously, if you're pointing in somebody's face, they're going to have an issue with it. So I think that, it was right for Brooke to get upset about that. So Brooke ended up telling Clayanna to get her fingers out of her face, and Clayanna clapped back really rudely. She ended up saying that she can do whatever she wants, which she can do what she wants. And so because Brooke gave her the warning and she didn't listen, she decided to throw a drink in Clayanna's face. Now, I didn't think that it was right that Brooke threw a drink in Clayanna's face because she didn't like it when Brittany did it to her, so I just don't understand why she decided to do it to somebody else. And then on top of that, nobody said that Brooke was wrong for it. They sat there and watched her do it. They all said that Brittany was wrong, but they're not saying that Brooke was wrong. And I honestly really did not like that security took Clayanna away after Brooke threw a drink in her face, because if somebody throws a drink in somebody's face, don't you think the person who threw the drink should be the one carried out? I mean, I understand it was Brooke's birthday and she's been on the show for a really long time, but at the end of the day, she was the aggressor in that situation because she's the one that threw the drink, just like Brittany was the aggressor in the situation between her and Brooke. Clayanna just should not have showed up to this party because at the end of the day, she was wrong because she showed up with a bad attitude and she was arguing and fighting. I feel like Vanessa was wrong too because she kind of stirred it up to make it worse than what it needed to be. And then she started throwing Clayanna's stuff in the pool, which was really disrespectful. Like, what does she think? This is Bad Girls Club where you throw shit in the pool? Like, it was really weird. I do think that Clayanna has a lot of issues that she needs to work on, but I do like that she's not afraid to stand up for herself when it comes to the girls who have been on the show for the longest, because a lot of the women who have been on the show for a really long time think they're above the new women, and so they start talking down to them and treating them some type of way. And I like that Clayanna doesn't back down from them, but I do think that she gets too hyped up too quickly. Like, she's way too quick to pop off. Now, after the drama between Clayanna and Brooke, Clayanna gets taken away by security and the rest of the women go inside. Everyone feels some type of way about the way that Clayanna came into the party and they were all expressing it to each other. And then Jennifer started bringing up that they all need to find out who the wife of Clayanna's child's father is so that they can talk to her. And I thought that that was odd that nobody said that that was wrong, since I know everyone said that it was wrong that Vanessa investigated Jennifer's boyfriend. You can tell that Brittany feels out of place with the other ladies because when they were all talking bad about Clayanna, she was just sitting there not saying anything. I don't think that she likes that everyone is all clicked up. So Jackie meets with Brittany the next morning, and Brittany said that she knows Clayanna was wrong, but she feels like the other girls were wrong too, and she feels like Clayanna was targeted before she even showed up to the party. She said that she feels like if someone voices a difference of opinion from the collective, they end up getting isolated, and I completely agree with Brittany on that. Clayanna was wrong, but some of these women act like mean girls and as if they're above the newer girls that come onto the show, and I don't think that that's right. And it's true that if you do get into it with any of the women who have been on the show for a really long time, like the popular women on the show, then you end up getting isolated. People don't want to deal with you anymore and they kind of turn against you. Evelyn goes to have a talk with Clayanna to see how she's doing, and she tells Clayanna that she has had problems with everyone in the group and that she puts herself in these situations. And although I do agree that Clayanna pops off too quickly and that she has had issues with a lot of the women in the group, some of them also had issues with her before they even got to know her, because Jennifer admitted that she already had a preconceived notion about who Clayanna was because she had heard that she was a side chick, and Jennifer said this herself. Now, despite the fact that Jennifer admitted that she already had a preconceived notion about Clayanna, that still doesn't make it right that Clayanna pushed Jennifer, and I'm surprised that Jennifer was able to keep her composure after that. I think that it was wrong that Clayanna did it, and I think that it's even worse that she hasn't apologized for it. Clayanna ends up telling Evelyn that she didn't initiate the drama with Brooke, that Brooke came up to her first, and when Evelyn said that Clayanna was wrong for pushing Jennifer, Clayanna asked Evelyn if she also felt that it was wrong that Brooke threw a drink in her face. And Evelyn ended up telling Clayanna that she doesn't think that Brooke was wrong for throwing a drink in her face. She thinks that Brooke did what needed to be done. And I think that that made me side-eye Evelyn a little bit, because although I know that she's close to Brooke, so she's going to take Brooke's side, I still don't think that it's right that she didn't say that Brooke was wrong for that, because she was one of the main people saying that Brittany was wrong for throwing a drink in Brooke's face. So I definitely think that she was wrong for saying that, and she showed that she was biased, you know? I understand that she's biased because obviously Brooke is her friend, but at the end of the day, this is why I don't think that she was the right person to have this conversation with Clayanna, because she was obviously going to take the other person's side. And when Evelyn said that everyone needs to act like adults and Clayanna needs to take responsibility for her actions, Clayanna wasn't feeling it because she just made an excuse for Brooke throwing a drink in her face. Now, Clayanna did say that she's willing to move on with everybody else, but she said that she will not move forward with Brooke because she has an issue with her now because she threw a drink in her face. I mean, I feel like Clayanna isn't really taking responsibility for the things that she's done wrong. I mean, she keeps pointing the fingers at everybody else and she won't point back at herself for the things that she's done, because the way that she came at Jac'El was wrong. She had no reason to come at her like that. I feel like she got really defensive with Jennifer, and I feel like although Jennifer did have a preconceived notion about her, I don't think that Jennifer was really doing anything to her at the skating rink for her to pop off the way that she did. And then on top of that, she pushed Jennifer, and Jennifer didn't do anything to get pushed. So I just don't understand why Clayanna won't look at the actions that she's done and say she was wrong. Now, Vanessa is not going to the shaman that Jackie set up because she has to go check in with her family, and Clayanna isn't going either because obviously she got into it with everyone and nobody really wants her there, but everyone else is showing up. Now, during the shaman, everybody immediately gets emotional when everyone sits in a circle and sets their intentions and says what their goals are. I think it's great that Jackie put this together because healing is so important, especially in this group of women that have their own issues to deal with. Sometimes they take it out on each other, and that's not right. Now, a lot of us hold things in that has happened to us in the past instead of letting things go, and it's hard to let things go if you don't work through it and you don't allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. And so I think that it was really important for them to come together at this shaman. Now, during the shaman, Brooke lets everybody know that she's leaving the trip early, and everyone understands because they know that she's going through a lot, but I'm glad that she was able to come to the shaman before she left because I think it was really important for her to be there. Jackie ends up saying that she feels like everyone should give Clayanna and Vanessa grace because nobody knows what they're going through, but nobody seemed to agree except for Brittany. Brittany tells them that she feels like everyone was kind of acting like mean girls, and she said that she's not defending Clayanna because she does think that Clayanna was wrong too, but she feels like if they were able to give her grace after she lashed out at the skating rink, that they might be able to do the same thing to Clayanna. But Evelyn immediately jumps in and says that she disagrees. Evelyn ends up telling them about the conversation that she had with Clayanna and said that she was still playing a victim and wasn't taking responsibility for her actions and the things that she's done that caused everybody not to like her. And everyone seemed to agree with Evelyn with not wanting to give grace to Clayanna except for Jackie and Brittany. Evelyn said that she's not giving Vanessa grace either and brings up that Vanessa has been searching for information on Jennifer's boyfriend. Now, I was not expecting Evelyn to say anything about it before Vanessa told Jennifer herself, but I feel like Evelyn did the right thing because if I was Jennifer, I would want my friends to let me know what's going on too. Evelyn tells Jennifer that Vanessa said that he has a 13-year-old son that nobody knows about, but Jennifer said that she already knows about his son and has actually met him. Jennifer is pissed off at Vanessa, and rightfully so, because why is she so invested in Jennifer's relationship? Brittany ends up meeting up with Clayanna, and Clayanna expresses the issues that she has with Vanessa. She said that she feels like Vanessa is playing both sides between the OGs of the show and the new girls, and I agree, I think she is too. Because when she gets around the new girls, she wants to get along with them, and she kind of talks bad about the OGs of the show, but then when she gets around the OGs of the show, she wants to try to cuddle up to them and then sit there and talk bad about the newer girls like she did when it came to Clayanna. So I just feel like Vanessa definitely is playing both sides, and she's really messy. Now, Brittany did say that she understands where Clayanna is coming from, but she also said that she didn't like the way that Clayanna treated Jac'elle. And I agree, she went off on Jac'elle for no reason at all, and if I was Jac'elle, I would be leery about being friends with Clayanna because you don't know which one of her you're going to get on which day. Is she going to come to Jac'elle if she has a problem with her, or is she going to pop off? And you don't know what you're going to get with Clayanna, so, I mean, everybody should be a little bit leery about having a friendship with her. Clayanna did say that she wants to apologize to Jac'elle and admits that she was wrong, and I'm glad that she knows she was wrong in that situation, but there's a few other situations that she needs to admit that she was wrong in, because she was wrong at the way that she pushed Jennifer too. Now, Clayanna ends up telling Brittany that when she met up with Evelyn, Evelyn said that it was wrong for her to push Jennifer, but she didn't say that it was wrong for Brooke to throw a drink in her face. And now Brittany is side-eyeing Evelyn because when Brittany threw a drink in Brooke's face, Evelyn was one of the people who said that Brittany was wrong for it, and she also made Brittany promise to not throw drinks anymore. So now all of a sudden she's saying that it's okay for Brooke to throw a drink at Clayanna. So now Brittany is feeling like there's a double standard in the group, and now she's side-eyeing all the girls who have been on the show for the longest because they seem to think that it's okay when they do something wrong, but when a new girl does something wrong, everybody calls it out. Evelyn and Jennifer meet up, and Evelyn said that she really wants to get their friendship back on track despite the issues that they've had in the past, but that her daughter Shanice still doesn't want to be around Jennifer, so she ends up asking Jennifer if she would have a conversation with Shanice, and Jennifer agrees. I think that if Jennifer and Evelyn want to be friends again, I think that Shanice should be okay with it. If Shanice still doesn't want to be around Jennifer, that's fine. If she's not ready to work things out with her, that's okay, but if Jennifer and Evelyn want to be cool, they should be able to be cool. Clayanna meets with Jac'elle and she ends up apologizing. She said that she's in defense mode with everyone and she took it out on Jac'elle. She said that she does have trust issues with women and that she always has her guard up. Now, Jac'elle did say that she was hurt by the things that Clayanna said, but that she does accept her apology. She just can't fully trust her because of the things that Clayanna was saying. I think that it's good that they're moving on, but if I was Jac'elle, I would keep an eye on Clayanna for the next time she decides to flip. Jackie ends up getting Evelyn and Jennifer together with Vanessa, and now Vanessa feels like she's being ambushed again because the last time she had issues with Evelyn, Brooke and Jackie were there, and now that Jennifer has a problem with her, Evelyn and Jackie are there. Vanessa ends up telling them that when Evelyn told her that Jennifer got scammed when she was trying to buy a puppy online, she tried to look into it because she wanted to get Jennifer her money back. I don't believe that, though. I think that she was being nosy, and because she said that her husband cheats all the time, she wanted to go and pry into Jennifer's relationship because she saw that Jennifer was happy. Now, I think there's something off about Jennifer's boyfriend, too, but at the end of the day, that's not Vanessa's place to look into him. Now, I really don't think that Evelyn cared what Vanessa had to say because she ended up skipping over everything that she said and brought up the fact that Vanessa told people about her calling off her engagement to Levon. Now, although people don't like their business being put out there, Evelyn can't act like she doesn't put people's business out there too, because she said in front of everybody that Vanessa's husband cheats on her after Jackie and Jennifer told her about it. So if she's mad about Vanessa going around telling people that she, called off her engagement to Levon, why didn't she tell Jackie and Jennifer that they were wrong for going around telling everybody that Vanessa's husband was cheating on her? So I definitely think there's a double standard, and I really don't think that people knowing that Evelyn called off her engagement was that big of a deal. I mean, they did get engaged on national television, right? Now, at this point, Jennifer is pissed off at Vanessa, and she tells Vanessa that she only met her boyfriend one time and that she feels like because Vanessa isn't happy and she saw that she was happy with Christian, she purposely tried to diminish that. Vanessa said that she wanted Jen to know what Christian might be hiding because she would want to know, but Jennifer and Vanessa aren't close, so I don't understand why Vanessa would think that it would be okay for her to look into Jennifer's boyfriend. Now, I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like Evelyn was doing entirely too much during this back and forth with Vanessa. Jennifer is the one that's supposed to be pissed off at Vanessa, but yeah, Evelyn is the one going off. Jennifer really kept her composure. Jennifer didn't even go off the way I thought she would when she found out that Vanessa was investigating her boyfriend. Like, Jennifer really does keep her cool, but for some reason, Evelyn is flipping out and going off. Evelyn starts going off on Vanessa and Clayanna. She starts saying how they don't have anything going for themselves. And then when Vanessa says that she's a wife, a mother, and a business owner, Evelyn ended up saying that, Vanessa isn't even happy in her marriage because she was just crying to her about how she had a miscarriage because she found out her husband was cheating and the woman that he was cheating with was extorting them. And meanwhile, after Evelyn ends up saying all of this to Vanessa, she starts getting emotional, and then she asks Jackie and Jennifer to leave so that she can have a one-on-one conversation with Vanessa, and she starts telling Vanessa that she can tell that she's unhappy and that she's sad in her marriage and that she deserves better. And although the things that Evelyn was saying to Vanessa during this emotional one-on-one was important for Vanessa to hear, I don't think that you can sit there and try to be genuine with somebody after you bring up the fact that they had a miscarriage because they found out their husband was cheating on them. I just don't think that that's right, and that takes away from what you're saying because the person's not going to be receptive to what you're saying after you just threw that in their face after they came to you in confidence with that information. Now, I know Vanessa is really messy, but I just don't think that that was right that Evelyn did that. Now, Vanessa did seem to be receptive to what Evelyn was saying, and she did end up hugging Evelyn and getting emotional too, but I just don't think the way that Evelyn handled that situation was right. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Basketball Wives LA. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all, and until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.